What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Naomi Lux TV, where we talk all things reality TV and pop culture. This is a Survivor 50 episode 2 review. We're just gonna get right into it. This was a great episode for me. The episode starts out with Kyle leaving, which was a very sad moment. I'm very upset that he's gone because he was a part of my little plan and things going together. He was a part of that. So Q is emotional about Kyle leaving, so he admits that he lost his vote to Rizzo and Kobe. I'm not a super big fan of that move. I do hope it works out for Q, but I don't like that he told them that he lost his vote. But he might have needed to do that just so they could come up with a plan. Then let's talk about that immunity challenge. Alright, it's not funny, but it's just like, what the fuck? So they get to the immunity challenge, and of course all the other tribes are figuring out that Kyle had to be medevaced. And then Camilla is over here crying, and it was a pretty sad moment. A lot of people were shedding tears. Then here goes Coach. This man, I did not see his original season, so I'm not too familiar with this guy. But the fact that he made the moment about himself to address his fucking character, at the end of the day, you're still wrong. He didn't make himself look any better. You stole the key from Ozzy. That's what you did. Don't try to be like, oh, I'm a man of dignity and da-da. You stole the key. You knew damn well you was not going to get that key unless Ozzy had dropped it. So come on. I'm not knocking you for making that move, but just stand on it. Don't act like it wasn't a shady move. It was. Absolutely. Anyways, are we going to talk about Christian pooping on himself? Jesus Christ. That was, honestly, as I said, there's a few people on this show where I haven't watched their original season, and this Christian guy is hilarious. I'm a big fan already. And then he finds the boomerang idol. It isn't clear who he sent it to yet, but as you can see throughout the show, they were already suspicious of Aubrey. They were suspicious that she might have something because the way she was holding her bag, and they went through her bag. Like, so later on, it was confirmed she does have something, but they didn't show if the tribe had found something in her bag. So then it cutting to her actually having something, and that means the whole tribe knows because they went through her shit. Oh my god. Anyways, that was crazy. So with the rewards challenge, Orange got first place. I gotta look at the tribes because I have a picture of the tribes now. So back to the rewards challenge. Orange got first place. Ozzy, Sari and them. Joe, whatever. Teal got second place, and that's the powerhouse team with that big body guy. I don't know his name. Oh, Jonathan. Be working. I mean, that's a power horse. They can't vote him out yet. He gonna at least last until the swap, or they gonna boot him out right before the swap. But that's a power horse right there. And then my three ladies, Dee, Camilla, and Tiff. So they got second place in the rewards challenge. The rewards was like, oh, you get a tarp and shit like that. Shit to help build the camp or whatever. But that loss with Aubrey basically cost them the win. So then, I don't know if they felt her mood at camp where she was a little bit more down. And even herself, she was talking about how Survivor is a really tough game for her. And how she played really emotionally her last season. And she didn't want to do that again this season. So it's like, man, they went through that bag, bro. They was smooth as hell with it too. I know watching this back on TV has to be hell. That's just fucking diabolical. People really plotting and scheming on your ass, and you get to hear the conversations. That's a tough game, man. I'm too emotional for that. Random stuff happening, like Coach catching a cramp. He's 53. Man, that shit was hilarious. Oh, he caught a mean Charlie horse. Then the Teal tribe isn't really feeling Chrissy because they feel like she's too motherish or whatever. She's too much of a mommy. Man, at this point, y'all complain about anything. I would love somebody to take care of me at camp. Be my mom. Go ahead. That is not a big deal to me. And then we got the purple tribe. Well, this is a big deal to me. The purple tribe was complaining about the lazy people. I forgot the names that they said. But no, Rizzo. I forgot the woman's name. Angelina. So they said Rizzo and Angelina hella lazy. So that is something that I would actually complain about. Now, let's get to the immunity challenge. purple, winning first place, and Sela lost again. And at that point, there wasn't really anybody to blame because these tribes are stacked up. The fans made a great choice. These tribes are stacked to the brim. It's like they barely lost. Now they get back to camp and they're scrambling. And I'm not gonna lie, this made me realize that Cirie is a problem. I already knew she was a problem, but this just reaffirmed this lady is a problem. She is a mastermind. I can see why she gets far in all them seasons. I need her to get a win though, but still, I feel like she makes it to the end, she's gonna win. Anyways, so Ozzy's name is on the chopping block. Savannah's on the chopping block. Now Joe, he was doing too much, so his ass was on the chopping block too. A lot going on. Cirie is working overtime. And I thought she was playing it off cool, but y'all know who picked up on it? Savannah. Of course, Savannah picked up on Cirie's shenanigans because Savannah's smart as hell. And she knows game. So she was picking up on that. And she was like, I feel like Cirie and Ozzy are working together. That's why she's pushing all these other names so hard and da-da-da and whatever. Which I do feel like she was talking a little bit too much. She should have just said it to one or two people or whatever and called it a day. But then she was talking to the whole tribe and giving them the same script. Then we got Ozzy gives Cirie his extra vote, which ended up being Cirie's first advantage in 5 seasons of Survivor. That was her first advantage that she's ever received or ever had. And I was so happy for her. I thought that was really amazing. Now, I don't know how good that is for Ozzy, but the way Cirie is a good bodyguard for Ozzy, honestly. So I felt like it was an even exchange. If it was me, I'm not giving up my advantage. Fuck that. Moving on, Joe versus Rick. That whole dynamic is like, I get both sides, and I'm on Joe's side because he's part of the people that I would prefer to win, right? But I understand Rick, where it's like, come on, dude. This is the game of Survivor. We're supposed to lie to each other. We're supposed to be deceitful. And it's like, you making it hard on me. All this whole integrity and honesty shit. This is Survivor. Get your head in the game. Now we got who actually went home, which I was a little disappointed, but I understand the decision. Savannah. Savannah is a powerhouse. Y'all saw the way she dove in and for the immunity challenge, no, for the rewards challenge, the way she dove in, and girl, I feel like she should have never told them that she won the last season. I feel like that's where she lost all credibility, but they might have found out anyway. But considering there was nobody from her last season on her tribe, I probably, no, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, either way she would have been screwed, because at some point they were gonna find out that she won because of Rizzo, right? So damn, I just felt bad for her. This is why I feel bad that Savannah went home, even though I'm not a big fan of Savannah, because I wanted them to see her power. I wanted them to see how good she is at this game, at the challenges and all that stuff. But the reason why I feel like she went home over everybody was just because of experience. They've watched the other people on the show, the other people in the tribe, they've watched them already on TV. They haven't seen Savannah's season because they had just did that season before this one. So they didn't really have the attachment that they have to the other people. So I feel like the reason why she went home is the reason why the first lady went home as well. She was on the first season 25 years ago. They barely remember her compared to somebody more recent. And then Savannah was on the most recent season where they didn't even see her at all. So it's just like, all right, you can go. You get what I'm saying? So the last thing that happened, we have Rick and Christian planting the fake idol. I don't get it. It's interesting. I'm excited to see what happens with it. But it's also like, why did they put it there? And another thing I was thinking about, I don't know if they use the same tribal council area for each tribe. So that means, say they don't lose the next one and another team loses, that team could find the idol, and that could be even more hilarious. I am excited to see what happens, but I'm just like, man, these men are so shady, just doing a whole bunch of nothing. Anyways, that's all. I still have my same predictions. I'm going for Cirie and Ozzy. I'm also going for my 3 girls, Tiff, Camilla, and Dee. Who else do I want to win? I like Q, I like Joe, and On the next tier of people, I would say Aubrey, Genevieve, and Rizzo. Those are my people that I want to stay in the game and to win and to form alliances together. Anyways, y'all let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Bye!